Many thanks for joining us on the news at this hour. I am Joy Annie. Let's begin with the headlines. President Bola Tinubu to confer national awards on some legislators in commemoration of Democracy Day. Aguma of Gwagwalada Alhaji Magaji defends FCT minister against critics, citing the minister's notable achievement in nation's capital. Business, Budget and Planning Minister Bagudu declares President Tinubu's bold reforms put Nigeria's economy back on track. And Ministry of Solid Minerals Development launches capacity building program for Nigerian mining professionals. And now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu would on June 12 confer national honors on some legislators in commemoration of Democracy Day. This is contained in a statement issued by the House spokesman Akin Rotimi in Abuja. He said that the House of Representatives will participate in a special joint sitting of the National Assembly on Thursday, June 12. The President, who is expected to be the special guest of honor, will address the joint sitting of the legislators. Rotimi said the program will also feature goodwill messages from former presiding officers of the National Assembly and the conferment of national honors on select legislators by the President. The House spokesman said that the theme for this year's celebration is 26 years of democracy, renewing our commitment to national development. He explained that the joint sitting represents a significant moment in Nigeria's democratic journey. He said that it underscores the pivotal role of the National Assembly in safeguarding democratic values, fostering accountability, and advancing national development over the past 26 years of uninterrupted civil rule. He urged Nigerians to embrace the spirit of Democracy Day as a time for reflection, renewed patriotism, and commitment to building a more inclusive, prosperous, and united nation. Meanwhile, the federal government has declared Thursday, 12th June 2025 as public holiday to commemorate this year's Democracy Day celebration. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulated Nigerians on this occasion of the 26 years of an uninterrupted civil rule. This was contained in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Interior Ministry, Magdalena Jani, and released on Sunday. The statement quoted the minister as saying June 12 represents the nation's historic journey to be building a nation where truth and justice reign and peace is sustained and our future assured. The last 26 years tells the story of the country's resilience, strength, and courage, and hope renewed than ever. Noting that democracy is sustained with open doors for further improvement, the minister reiterated the commitment of the renewed hope government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the universal value of democracy that is based on freely expressed will of the people in determining Nigeria's political, economic, social, and cultural systems. Now, former Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Dr. Uche Oga, has promised to join forces with the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Benjamin Kalu, in supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid. The ex-minister made the promise while paying the Deputy Speaker a visit at the Renewed Hope Partners RHP office in Umuahia. Dr. Oga, who is also the chairman of Master Energy Oil, applauded the Deputy Speaker for his legislative legacies, especially in sponsoring the bill that established the Southeast Development Commission, SADC. He urged the Deputy Speaker not to relent in championing the cause of Ndibo. In his remark, the Deputy Speaker welcomed the former minister's decision to join hands with him to support the President in 2027 and said plans are underway to showcase the President's achievement across the Southeast region. The collaboration between the ex-minister and the Deputy Speaker, according to a statement by Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Livinus Nwabuogu, is seen by many as a strategic move to strengthen support for President Tinubu's agenda in Abia State and the Southeast region. Now, the Aguma of Gwagwalada, Alhaji Muhammadu Magaji, has defended FCT Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike's against critics, citing the minister's notable achievement in the nation's capital. The traditional monarch made this statement after the Aguma's second Salah Doba, part of the Eid al-Kabir celebration. Correspondent Abdullahi Mukhtar was there.
The Aguma rode on horseback from the palace through Kasuandere to Demonstration Road, terminating at Nefa Field, where traditional title holders, district heads, village heads, and other tribes paid homage to him. He thanked God for the Eid al-Kabir celebration and appreciated residents for maintaining peace in the area. Alhaji Muhammadu Magaji commended Minister Wike for the road projects in Gwagwalada, stating that the area has never seen such development.
Thank the Honorable Minister of FCT for being make Gwagwalada as a small London today. Because about this issue, and let's say over 15 years ago, we are battling to get a good road. Now so many ministers came, we never get this job done. But through the Minister of Federal Capital, Mr. Uke, less than 1 month, you need to come and see Gwagwalada today. So we sincerely thank the Honorable Minister for doing this work for us.
The traditional monarch challenged critics of the FCT minister to acknowledge the tangible projects executed by the minister.
Nobody can challenge even what you must suppose. If you spend any amount, it's practical, it's in the ground. So, as minister, award contract more than 10 years, nothing was done. But in a few months, alhamdulillah, Mr. Project did it for us. So thank you very much. And also say my community that we should put here together to move forward. Maintaining peace is very important.
The district head of Kasanki, Alhaji Abdullahi Muhammad, and other residents spoke about the significance of the Salah Doba, appreciating the Aguma's effort in promoting peace and unity.
We have really tried to showcase the culture of Gwagwalada chiefdom, and as well as coming together in our mass to promote the culture and as well as supporting the Aguma of Gwagwalada, Alhaji Muhammadu Magaji.
Let me appreciate the effort of the organizers and the sons of Almighty for give them the strength and wisdom to make this gathering a reality. The
occasion featured a colorful display of Basa cultural activities with musical interludes. A special prayer was offered by the Chief Imam of Gwagwalada, Malam Muhammad Tukur Zaria, for the country and its leaders. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
Ushafa community in Bwari, Abuja benefits from the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike, efforts to improve infrastructure. In this special report, our correspondent observed that one key project delivered to them is a road construction that forms part of a comprehensive urban development plan designed to alleviate traffic congestion and enhance connectivity across the nation's capital. Here is the report as put together by Hakim Somonu and presented from our studio.
Welcome to Ushafa, a community in the Bwari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. For years, this community has struggled with poor access roads, limiting growth and development.
There wasn't road. That's why you go bike from Road Junction to take you inside. But due to the character, the behavior of the villagers, honestly, that's what you need to still.
But change is on the horizon. The FCT Minister, Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, flagged off the reconstruction of the access road on October 28, 2024.
The procurement of this road started before we came into office, and it was stalled. And so we started over for the procurement process. Initially, I was skeptical because my experience in government, sometimes roads are awarded, you don't know where the roads are. All you see is fine for you to approve for payment. And that's one of the reasons why I said it is necessary we must go and flag out some of these roads so I will see where these roads are. Not that there are roads.
Abdul Val Limited, a leading indigenous construction company, is spearheading this project.
Please, drive safe. Safe. Please, issue of rushing, accident, we don't want it.
Some vehicles we saw outside is high speed. Please, you obey the rules and instructions.
The road expansion project in Ushafa is a proof to the FCT Minister's commitment to development on one hand and Abdul Val Limited's expertise in international road construction and completion in record time. The road to development is always paved with hope, progress and partnership.
I'm sure as Honorable Minister, since we came on board, we are no lack of funds, we are not having problems, we are not having any challenges. In actual sense, whatever we need, he gives us, and he gives us before we ask.
Abdul Val Limited has proven that it is a worthy partner of the FCT administration under the capable and able leadership of Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom Wike in bringing to life the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The road project, when completed, is expected to have a significant impact on the community's economy, social life, and general well-being.
You're watching also television news. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF band on channel 38. Now still to come on the news. Ministry of Solid Minerals Development launches capacity building program for Nigerian mining professionals. Stay with us for details of these and more after this time out.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajani?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised. Negodo say Okosisi. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back. Now, the non-governmental organization Sawangi Development Initiative, TDI, has empowered over 100 female students with life-changing education, confidence-building discussion, and essential sanitary products in Kabusa Secondary School, Abuja. The program, which was in commemoration of World Menstrual Hygiene Day, focused on dismantling stigma, encouraging open dialogue, and empowering girls with knowledge and dignity. Though through interactive sessions, students learned vital information on managing menstruation, understanding their bodies, and supporting one another. Program lead at TDI, Memuna Abdullahi, addressed the student with a message of empowerment and pride, noting that menstruation should never be a barrier to their education or dreams. TDI Program Officer Monica Uche highlighted the importance of inclusion and access, saying no girl should ever feel ashamed of her period or miss school because of it. This, she said, is about equity, health, and human rights. Students expressed gratitude for the opportunity to learn and share in a safe and supportive environment while sharing transformative information from the outreach. They said their understanding on menstruation has changed, as period is not dirty and one should never feel ashamed while on it. The outreach also included the distribution of sanitary pads to ensure no girl is left behind due to lack of access. TDI continues to advocate for menstrual equity and calls on policymakers, educators, and community leaders to prioritize menstrual health in all developmental efforts. With bold voices and practical tools, the girls of Government Secondary School Kabusa left the event not only informed but inspired. Still on health, the Institute of Human Virology Nigerian IHVN, in collaboration with Inform Africa, held a strategic meeting with key federal government agencies to tackle pressing public health challenges related to pandemics. The engagement meeting, which was held in Suleja, Niger State, aimed to develop population-scale data streams as a foundational element for enhancing future pandemic preparedness. Elizabeth Kasham has more.
Speaking to newsmen during the meeting, the Executive Director, Research Center for Excellence IHVN, Professor Alashe Abimuku, expressed concern over the underutilization of data addressing public health challenges, pointing out that effective data implementation is crucial not only for tackling health issues but for guiding the nations towards sustainable development.
Talked much among ourselves on data utilization. We collect it, but what do we do with it? So because we don't pay attention to utilizing it, the data continues to be of poor quality. If you're using the data and you're analyzing it and say, okay, what is it telling me about malaria? What is it telling me about diarrhea or meningitis? What communities are vulnerable, and why are they vulnerable? What are they doing that is putting them at risk? And you're looking at the data and the data is telling you, then we will put in more effort in getting clean data and in utilizing it.
The meeting highlighted innovative tools developed by Inform Africa to enhance pandemic preparedness and improve responses to public health emergencies across the continent, with full representative from key government stakeholders.
So we support the initiative of the Inform Africa, and we are also working collaboratively with other stakeholders to make sure that everything that has to do with research, and that we don't wait until it happens. We are prepared, we are proactive. Yeah, that's what NACA is doing.
My DG is happy to be part of this very important meeting, having that he is one of the key stakeholders in this meeting in terms of the governance structure. He is interested to see how we can do and make this type stronger and better.
The Inform Africa project has leveraged existing data from Nigeria and South Africa to develop predictive models, while also training selective personnel from government agencies to utilize and visualize their data set using Review and Place Resilience Index platforms. Federal government agencies represented at the meeting included the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC), National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA), National Agency for Control of AIDS (NACA), National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, and the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, among others. Elizabeth Kasham, ASO Television News.
The Quest for Growth and Development Foundation has taken a significant step towards promoting environmental sustainability in Nigeria as part of activities marking World Environmental Day 2025. The foundation sensitized students and market women on the dangers of plastic pollution and donated solar panels to help them transition to renewable energy in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The coordinator of the foundation, Smith Nwokocha, explained that the theme of this year's World Environment Day is ending plastic pollution with the hashtag Beat Plastic Pollution, as plastic, from production to waste, contributes to the climate crisis and environmental degradation. The foundation's sensitization program targeted students of Community Secondary School, Rumu Udumaya, and market women at Rumu Udumaya Market. At the school, students were educated on managing plastic waste, and a solar panel and solar lamp were donated to carbon security at night and facilitate learning. The market women, who are part of a vulnerable community faced with power deficiency, were also sensitized on managing plastic waste and received solar lamps and solar panels to illuminate the market premises at night. The women were said to be visibly excited about the initiative, with the chairperson of the market, Mrs. Patricia Owuleti, expressing gratitude to the foundation. The foundation's efforts are expected to have a positive impact on the environment and the lives of the people in the community by reducing plastic pollution and promoting renewable energy. The foundation is contributing to a more sustainable future for Nigeria. Moving on now, the acting national chairman of Labour Party, Senator Nenadi Usman, has urged the federal government to immortalize the former Chief Justice of the Federation, Justice Muhammad Uwais. In a statement, Senator Usman said to meaningfully honor his memory, government should implement the recommendation of the Muhammad Uwais report on electoral reforms. She explained that the report encapsulated the late jurist's deep commitment to democratic excellence and national progress. Senator Usman also described Uwais' death as a deep loss to the nation and his family, adding that his principled and visionary leadership as Chief Justice of Nigeria not only advanced the cause of justice, but also set a benchmark for generations to legal minds to follow. Now, Budget and National Planning Minister Atiku Bagudu has declared that President Bola Tinubu's bold reforms have put the nation's economy back on a growth trajectory. Although Bagudu acknowledged that the nation is not where it wants to be, he said it was gratifying that progress was being made through the transformative policies. The minister said that with the policies, funds are being directed to critical sectors like infrastructure, human capital development, agriculture, consumer credit, and digital innovation. He describes sectors as the pillar of long-term national resilience. Bagudu also pointed out that the nation had started seeing better capital inflows and investor confidence in the economy. He spoke on Saturday evening after paying courtesy visit to the president as his Ikoyi, Lagos residence on the occasion of Eid festival. The minister recalled that the years of chronic underinvestment brought the nation's economy to the brink, where every and even basic obligations such as salary payment became a struggle for governments at all levels. Still there, Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Dele Alake, has officially launched a capacity building program for Nigerian mining professionals at Murdoch University, Australia. The initiative, an outcome of the Nigeria-Australia collaboration supported by the Commonwealth government, aims to address skill gaps in Nigeria's mining sector while strengthening bilateral relations. The program follows a bilateral agreement reached at the 2023 Africa Down Under, the ADU conference in Perth, where Dr. Alake partnered with the government of Western Australia through its Ministry of Mines and Petroleum and Murdoch University to facilitate technical training for Nigerian professionals. With strong backing from the Australian High Commission in Nigeria, the collaboration has now produced its first major milestone, a 2-week pilot training involving 11 Nigerian participants. The training covers topics such as extractive metallurgy, sustainable geochemistry, and minerals science research. Participants will also embark on field trips and engage with industry experts on mining trends, investment opportunities, and sustainability challenges. Speaking at the launch, Dr. Alake described the program as the realization of a vision conceived less than 2 years ago. He urged the participants to be worthy ambassadors of Nigeria, using the training to boost technical capacity and support evidence-based policy making in the industry. Welcoming the Nigerian delegation, Murdoch University Vice-Chancellor Professor Andrew Deeks emphasized the importance of global capacity building in the resource sector. According to him, the exchange program aligns with the university's mission to promote ethical, sustainable, and inclusive engagement through impactful education and research. Now, Portugal beat longtime rivals Spain 5-3 on penalties to clinch their second UEFA Nations League title. And Portugal twice went behind in regulation time, but twice fought back to level the scores. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the second equalizer before being snubbed off with cramp in extra time. This was also Portugal's manager, Roberto Martinez's first international trophy. The brilliant Nuno Mendes leveled things up 5 minutes later. Mikel Oyarzabal, Spain's goal scorer in the Euro 2024 final and the 2023 Nations League final, put La Roja back in front just before the break. Cristiano Ronaldo, quiet as he had been before scoring the winner against Germany in the semis, equalized with 61 minutes gone, adjusting quickly after a Mendes cross was deflected into the air, muscling past Marc Cucurella and volleying the drop-in ball home. Spain may have been confident when the match went to extra time, having won on penalties in 2023, but Portugal were flawless, never stopping up and converting to send his teammate, including Herbert Ronaldo, streaming onto the pitch. But that's the news. But before we go, let's take a look at one of our major stories again. You are aware that President Bola Tinubu would on June 12 confer national honors on some legislators in commemoration of Democracy Day. That's the news. I am Joy Annie. Thank you for watching.